Hello there and welcome to the channel, and in this video I am going to show you how to deadhead lilies. So we've hit this at exactly the right time. We have these absolutely wonderful lilies here. This is Lily Conchidor. It's a hybrid of Oriental lily and Trumpet lily, and is what is commonly known as a tree lily. And the good thing about this is that we've just got one of the flowers that have finished, and we've got a bud just coming out. So what I want to show you is the relevant parts of the flower, because you're going to need to know this, and then exactly what to do in order to deadhead your lily, and also why are we bothering to deadhead these lilies. The great thing about lilies is that the flowers are absolutely huge, so it's very easy to see what are the parts of the lily. So over here you've got the anthers, which are the male parts of the flower, which have the pollen on it. You've got the stigma here, which is where the pollen goes on to fertilize the flower. This long thing that the stigma is connected to is called the style, and down here you'll have the ovum, which is where the seeds are produced. Now take a look at this. So this here, that lovely great lump there is a flower bud, very big and very big and chunky, and you can see like where the petals are about to separate and open up. That you don't want to remove, because that is the flower just about to open. And then over here we can see where the flower has finished, and you've got this part here is the ovum, which will produce the seed. So eventually that will become just a big seed pod, and that is the style that we saw in the flower, and that's the old stigma. So what we hoped would have happened is that a pollinating insect would have put pollen on that, which would have fertilized that. It sort of goes down that style, fertilizes the ovum, and that's into a seed head. Now let me show you. Now we haven't got any mature seed heads on this particular plant because it's only just finished flowering, but I can show you on a Madonna lily. So these two plants here were Madonna lilies. We had a lot of Madonna lilies planted in the garden, and they put on an absolutely wonderful show. I'll stick a little bit of video above this so that you can see just how good they look. So they're well worth looking, and as you can see, these are all the ovums with their seeds inside it. These would have all been pollinated. Do you know what? I was actually saying that hoverflies were doing a fantastic job of going into this. So they're starting to swell up, and inside they swell up, and then they face up. It's weird because they start off sideways and go up, and these are now swelling up with seeds. Now this process of producing this big seed pod with all the seeds in it takes out a lot of energy from the bulb. I mean, it's what the plant wants to do. The whole point of it is to pass on its genetic material to future generations, but it takes a lot of energy out of the bulb. Now as a gardener, you may not be interested. You might think that these are unsightly. Personally, I don't mind these at all, but you might think they're unsightly, and you might want your bulb to be in a better condition next year for flowering. So if that's what you want to do, put your bulb in the best position with the most energy for flowering, then what you want to do is stop it transferring energy into producing all these buds. And that's why we deadhead lilies. It is solely to put more energy into the bulb rather than redirect it into producing these seeds. Okay, I'm just looking for an old flower head, right? Oh, there's one there, look. You see that? It's discoloured, it's misshapen, it's falling apart. Now, deadheading a lily flower isn't about doing that. That is not deadheading, or what we call deadheading. All you've done is remove the flower. You haven't done anything else. What still remains is the ovum, or the seed pod, and the style. So this is the part that we want to remove, and I'm going to show you where to cut this for deadheading. So we have the style that we don't need. That sort of will fall off anyway by itself in time. That's the ovum, which this is currently converting into a seed pod for the seeds, and then we've got this little bit of stem here. So that is the part we're trying to lose. So I'm going to make my cut. Well, you could cut anywhere along here, but I'm going to cut it right to the close to the stem so it looks nice and tidy. There you go. It's as though it was never there. And it is as simple as that. All you need is a pair of secateurs and to know where it is you cut and to why you cut it. You don't have to remove the dead heads. You could allow those seed buds to form, but whether they'll be viable or not, I couldn't really tell you because it's a hybrid, as I said before. Maybe one of you will be able to tell me and leave that in the comments, but that's how it is. The whole point of deadheading, as with, well, there's 2 points for deadheading with plants in general. One is to encourage reflowering, which will not happen with these, and the other is to stop the diversion of energy into producing the seed pods, which allows the energy to stay in the bulb in order to produce big blooms the following year. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have anything you'd like to say, then add that in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.